Ready for a scary story that will keep you up at night? You might want to keep the lights on for this one. Imagine this. It's a dark and stormy night, the kind that makes you shiver. My friends and I found an old, empty mansion at the edge of town, its windows like hollow eyes watching us. Someone dared me and my friend Alex to go in, their voice shaking with fear and excitement. With a flashlight in hand, I pushed open the creaky door, its groan echoing through the night. The air inside was freezing, and I felt a shiver run down my spine as if the house was alive. As we walked further in, we heard whispers, soft and eerie, like the house was talking. Suddenly the door slammed shut behind us, the sound echoing through the empty halls. My flashlight flickered, casting scary shadows on the walls that seemed to move on their own. We saw old portraits with eyes that seemed to follow us, their expressions changing as we moved. My heart pounded as we walked up the grand staircase, each step creaking loudly in the silence. Halfway up, I heard footsteps behind us, each one sending a jolt of fear through my body. We turned around, and there was no one there, but the air was thick with tension. But then we saw it, a figure shrouded in darkness, standing at the bottom of the stairs, its form barely visible. Frozen in fear, we couldn't move, our bodies paralyzed by the sight. The figure started to climb the stairs, each step echoing in the silence. Just as it reached us, the lights went out, plunging everything into darkness. It was pitch black and we screamed, our voices echoing through the void. But when the lights came back on, the figure was gone, leaving the air thick with dread. Time seemed to stand still in that house, every second stretching into eternity, each tick echoing. My hand trembled as I held the flashlight, the beam shaking with my fear. Shadows danced on the walls, moving as if they had a life of their own, their forms shifting. Our eyes darted around, searching for any sign of the figure, our breath quickening with each passing second. Then a door creaked open by itself, revealing nothing but darkness beyond. Our breath was visible in the cold air, our hearts pounding louder than ever, like drums in the silence. A hand reached out from the darkness, its fingers long and bony, and I knew we had to get out. I ran, my footsteps echoing through the empty halls, desperate to escape the nightmare. But Alex was taken. The door slammed shut behind me as I finally made it outside, the sound like a final warning. Gasping for breath, I looked back at the house, its windows like eyes watching me, filled with malice. The next day, I read about the house in the newspaper, confirming my worst fears, the headline ominous. Alex was never found. The mansion stood silent and scary, a reminder of the terror I had faced, its presence looming over me. Even the police investigation yielded nothing. Alex was gone, swallowed by the darkness forever.